Did you understand anything? Yes or no? That day, did you follow anything? So that's why I told him to join late. So first I revise that part. Okay. So can you tell me your feedback? Feedback, did you understand? So that means you didn't go through and you did not understand anything?
Understood some portions, ma'am. Not entire portions. Understood to an extent.
Okay, not whole one. Okay. So, Hema, last class, did you join? Did you join the last class? You are there?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You are not there. Okay.
Ma'am, I was in college.
Okay, Naburashi was there?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Nishi? Nishi, are you there? No. Okay. So, Shadia?
Yes, ma'am.
Last class? You are present or not?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Satish? Satish? No, I think she was not there. Uday? Vishal?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Last class? Vishal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Satish was absent, I think. Okay. Nishi? Okay. So, this Shubhash was there, Satish was not there. Nishi, any idea about the Nishi? No. Okay, leave it.
Ma'am, I was present in last class.
Yes, I know. On by notice, Bablu also I noticed. Okay. So, let me see. So, please go through all my PPT. I sent, I think, yesterday. Okay. So, can I, 1 minute, I will just share one PPT. Okay. So Perl has basically 3 data types. One is the scalar. Okay. Another one is the array. Okay. And one is the hash or associative array. Okay. So third one, I think you do not still know that you do not know. Okay. So scalar will take only single data. Okay. So this is basically a single unit of data. And I think you remember array is the list of scalar. Array has more than one scalar. Okay. And this scalar that it can take integer, float, character, okay, some string, paragraph. So always it will be considered as only one data. a single unit of data. Okay, so let us see this example. Like, how do you know this is scalar? This is a scalar. Okay, because of this dollar symbol. Okay, so last class you noticed that this is scalar, that will be followed by some name. Okay, this is user defined. Anything you can give, even you can give x, y. Okay, okay. So, but if you type this one, so that will be array. Okay, so this is scalar, this is array. Okay, can you see this one? What I am writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is scalar. So this is basically the scalar. So dollar, that is followed by one name. This is the variable name. Okay, so this is the variable. What is the name? Nowadays we do not need this line, so you can omit this line. Okay, so okay, one thing I forgot to tell you, that you have to first download. Okay, download and install in your system Perl if you use the Windows operating system. Okay, Linux, it is automatic. It is there actually. You do not have to do in Linux anything. It is automatically Perl is there. Okay, but I use the Windows operating system, so I have installed. Okay, and you can see that you can install the Strawberry Perl. Okay. Okay, see this one. Now come to the point. So this is dollar, then followed by name. Okay, so this is the variable name. A type of the variable, type of the Perl data type, that is the scalar. So if it has, so 20 is assigned to this scalar. Okay, so okay. So see, it can, what I said, it can take the integer, float, so 80.5. So it can take the string also. Okay, see the variable names are different. Okay, and Perl is a case sensitive. Okay, if you write here capital A, G, so you have to use, when you give the print option, you can give the print option. Okay, you cannot give the capital P. Okay, so it won't work. Okay. So this is Perl is case sensitive. So I have used. Okay. So see this $1. This is, so these are the different example of scalar. Okay. So first one is taking integer number. So one integer number is assigned to a scalar variable. Scalar. This is one float. Float is assigned to a scalar. So what is the variable name here? Marks. Okay. This is the age. The next one is name. Okay, I kept one name here. Okay, so now you can even write, you can take, even the scalar can take one sentence, one paragraph. Okay, so that we have done here. So dollar x. Okay, x is the name of the variable. Okay, we are learning Perl programming. Okay, so if you want to print, okay, so this is okay. If you want to print, you can write this one also, okay, or I have written this way, so it will, that means you will get, okay, this is basically the command line. Okay, means Perl interpreter will not interpret this one. Okay, this is for our own usage actually. Means if, let's say, you wrote one program. Okay, so after many days, you are opening that one. So if you give this type of comment, so you will understand what is the goal. Easily you will understand. Without that one also it will work. It's not a problem. But for our purpose we are using. Like here, what will be the print? What will be the print? You will get this age equal to. So see, this is the variable. Value of this variable is 20. So you will get 20. This is the new line character. So next line you will get marks equal to, this is the variable. So marks equal to 80.5. So name equal to, so you will get in different line because of this new line. This is the new line actually. Okay. So and name equal to, you will get the Amit. Okay. x equal to, you will get again in the next line. In next line, you will get we are learning Perl programming. Okay. Is this okay? Did you understand this part? So this is the output actually for this program. So how do you run this one? In DOS, actually what I do, I have one folder. Okay, I have installed that Perl, and so I will go to this that path actually. Then I will type Perl and one space, and then I will type the program name. Say this program name is x.pl. Extension will be always .pl. So x.pl. So what you have to do in the DOS, what I am doing, like I will type Perl, not the capital, basically I do this way, Perl. Then the program name, say what I said, say x, one space will be there, say x.pl. Okay, then I will hit the enter. Okay, so you will get the output. So this one you have to write in Notepad. Okay. See, this is the output for this program. So I have different example. Okay. So scalar, please you go through this one. See, I have given the documentation. My first program. This is this common line. So here are the scalar variable, integer, negative. These are the different scalar. So this first scalar has this 100 is assigned to this one dollar integer. The negative, this scalar storing minus 100. The float, even big float also it can store. Okay. So now if print, I am giving this print an integer, then integer, this is my variable name, but if you give here capital I, it won't work. Okay. So this one as it is you have to give this one. Okay. Sorry, I is not there. I integer, then negative equal to this one. This, if you do not write this one, like if you strike out this one, just if you write integer, then you will get just 20. Okay, as I have written integer equal to, it is used also. You will get integer equal to 20. For here, negative equal to minus 100. So similarly, float equal to this one. Big float equal to this one. Okay, output is there. Okay, so okay, this one we'll learn later actually. Okay, basically see this. Okay, this one I can explain you. So this is the one scalar variable. What is the name of the variable? Here. Okay, it is a string scalar. So it is storing. This scalar variable is storing. It is a string scalar. Okay. Okay. Then see, I have given the print. Forget about this part. So I have given print option. Okay. Print where equal to this one, and I have written in single quote also. Okay. So this one, if you give in double quote, then only you will get var equal to, what is the value of this dollar variable? It is a string scalar. Okay, so this is basically will print var equal to, it is a string scalar. So this is actually known as variable interpolation. And see that value, the value of this dollar var will be considered here. But if you give in single quote here, see this one will be as it is, var equal to as it is this one dollar. So for this one you will get, okay, I have written here. So you will get as it is this one. Okay. So that's why it is necessary to write double quote here. Okay. Is this fine now? Did you understand? So there
Yes,
is another. No. Yes. Okay. So this is the concatenate. When you want to concatenate to string. Okay. This is dot is concatenation. So here you will get. So if you take the print, give the print option, you will get that hello world together. Okay. Concatenation. So like any other programming language, there are different operators. Okay. Operation. like class, studying means all of you know multiply. Then this is the concatenation. Okay, and plus, minus, everything is there. Okay, so I think this one Pooja explained you last time. So if you give print here, so you will get str equal to, what is this one? Hello world, you will get together. Okay, because concatenation sign I have given. So you will get continuously hello, then without space you will get world. Okay, and this is num equal to, you will get 5 plus 10 is 15. Print multiplication, actually mul, that is the variable name, that you will get 4 into 5 means 20. Okay, so mix means you can both, you can keep, even you can concatenate one string with one number also. Okay, both you can do together. So the concatenation of string and number. Okay, these are the different functions. Whether you understood last class, chom, chop. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are the different functions. Chom, you please go through this one, and you can mail me if you do not understand. Okay. So all this one, you please go through what are the function. Like there are chom and chop function that will remove the new line character, but chop will remove just the last character actually from here, not this one. Okay, so this is the difference. Then the absolute means it will give only the mod 1. Even if you take -1, it will not be considered. Achha. Character means it will return the ASCII character of the number. Okay, different function. Hex function is there. It will convert hexadecimal to decimal. Index is very important. That will give you the position of the substring. Okay, say I think she explained this one. So I want to see the position, means the starting position of this one. Okay, so it will display the position. Like index is index you can apply only on scalar variable. There are different functions that is specific to the Perl data type. Okay, so whatever we are learning, that is for scalar. Okay, so this index you can apply for scalar. So index, then the original one, mother variable, $str. Then there is another sub-str. This is the variable. So it will basically, meaning is that you are applying index, and from here it is finding out the first location, means the line, this one position also you can say. So always Perl starting with 0, no? Index is 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, even space will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it is giving the position. Okay, so basically we can use to see the position. If you have a DNS equation, you can see the position of different nucleotide using this index. Okay, sub-str is very important function that will basically find out a substring. Okay, chop the substring, that will find out. It is not the giving the position. It is just retrieving a part from a whole string. Okay. Did you remember this one? Did you join or not? No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You understood, no? This one. Now, the array, what you understood, I'll stop sharing, then I'll go to the array. So you see, first is there that you just go through. Okay. So see this one array. How do you create an array? Okay, so this is the array. Then the variable name. Then see, it has more than one number, more than one scalar. Okay, each one is one scalar, no? Because scalar means it is a single unit of data. Okay, so it is basic, but the array contains more than one scalar, or array is also known as list variable. Okay, so it is listing different scalar. Okay, so see this one, you can write this way. 1, so how many elements are there in the array? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can keep even different string. Okay, so these are the different string, and mix also you can, means number also and also this string both together. Okay, so this is an array. Okay, so now say you want to retrieve each element from the array. So say you have this one. Okay, you want to display each element. Okay, so you want to display, say, this one. So how do you read this one? So index number of the first element in this array is 0. Okay, always it will start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the last elements, how many elements are there? 5 elements. So always if you have n number of elements in an array, so that the index of the last element will be the n minus 1. Okay, there are 5 elements, so index of the last number will be 5 minus 1, so 4. Okay, so if you read index from the last, actually from the end, so index will start with, this is the minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Okay, this way. Okay, what I did, see this one, I have just given print here. If you do not give the double quote here, you will see it will give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means there will be no space, but only if you give the double quote here, you will get the space between these two. Okay, see here also. Okay, here, this is again double quote I have given. This is so between these two elements there is one space. Okay, similarly, okay, so see here I have used quote. Double quote, this one is of the element. So if you do not want to give, you can use QW function. Okay, so either you can write this one this way or this way, that this see explain actually. So I prefer to give this way. Okay, so here see this is not will be considered as a sentence. This is because you have given in the array. Okay, so this is one element. The next word is one element. This is another element. This is another element. Okay, of this array. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 array is there. Okay. So this for this one, see, if you want to say using index number, you can display each of the elements. You can access, you can retrieve also, you can use this word. Okay, so see, I have given print. This is an array. I am using the index. See, this is the command line I have here. Okay, so index, the first index of the first element is 0. So if you write this way, you will get here 1. Okay, so I have given new line character. So next line you will get 2. Okay, 2. Okay, if you run the program, then 3, then 4. Okay, later we will learn if you use for loop. You can use the, instead of writing this way, you can use for loop. Okay, for each actually will come that one. Okay, see this one also explained by Pooja. Okay, so see we have one array and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 elements. Okay, so now if you give the print option and you use the index, you say I have used 0 index here, so that will display the first element. Okay, so here I have used 1, so that will display the second one. 2, so 0, 1, 2. So index 2, so that is basically represent the third element. So this is displaying the, if you run the program, you will get this way. Okay, because you have new line character, so you will get Monday, the next line Tuesday, next line Wednesday. Now 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, index number of the last elements is 6. So you will get the last one. Now, if you use the minus instead of positive, negative one, so I said, no, if you from the end, the index number will be -1. So that's why you are getting Sunday again. Okay. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, 6, 7. So if you use -7, you will get the last here, the first element. Okay. So positive and the difference between positive index and negative index. So this is means the sequential number array. Actually, if you go through and if you have any doubt, we can discuss. That will be easy actually. Okay, because they have joined. Okay, so this one. So this one, you have any doubt here? Did you understand? See, instead of giving, you can give anything here. Say I want to give here X. Say I don't want to give this one. Say I want to give X. That also will work. So in that case, you have to write here X. Okay, instead of 1, you have to write X. Okay. Hope you understood. So X. Okay. So this is means that this is the variable name. Okay. This is 10 to 20. Okay. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. Okay. Here A to Z. So A, B, C, D. Okay. To Z. So here you see, here you don't have comma. Okay. So if you run this program, what you will get? What will be the output? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Next line, because I have given new line character. Next line 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This one. Next line that will be A and double quote. So you will get the space between the two elements. A, then dash, gap, then B, then space, then C. This one. Okay. 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 This one could explain by Puja, no? No, this is also explained by Puja. Okay, so there are different functions that help you to add elements in the array and remove the elements from the array, but from a particular position. Okay, so you this function that is basically adding the elements at the end. Okay. Okay, instead of push, if you use the pop function, that will remove the elements from the end. Okay, so this is basically, these are the function for array manipulation. Means you want to change this one. Means instead of this one, you want to modify this one. Okay, revise this one. So you want to add some nucleotides at the end, you want to add some nucleotide at the beginning. Okay, later we will learn, you can even add the elements. Yes, they join, no?
Ma'am, can you start the recording?
Okay, no, now Puja will start actually.
No, ma'am, you are the meeting host.
No, okay, you don't. Last class, did you attend the last class?
Yes, ma'am, but every the meeting host will be changed.
Okay, I'll do it, no problem. Okay, so not this one, Puja will start. Puja join? Puja, did you join?
Yes, ma'am,
Okay,
I joined.
okay, so do you have class from 2:30? Or we can extra 10 minutes we can take? I didn't see the timetable today.
Yes, ma'am, we have class.
Okay, you have class. Okay. Okay, so please, this one, please go through. I sent 3 PPT. Please go through the PPT. And if you have any doubt, please email me. Okay. Okay, Pooja, you can do that one next part. I think 5-6 slides are there, no? Only?
Oh, 4 slides, ma'am. Only 4 slides.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, you will get the recording option in your screen. Could you please start the recording?
Okay. Yes, it is there. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now, should I start sharing my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know when my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so previously we saw up till here how to create a simple array and adding a few elements at the end and at the beginning and removing a few elements from the end and from the beginning. So, and ma'am just revised that portion, I guess, so everything is clear with it. And so we'll move on to the next slide where we are slicing an array from a particular index. That is, if this is my array, if I have this array called days with my days of the week, and I want to slice them. By slicing, I mean that I'm going to take off a chunk of this array and I'm going to use it as a subarray or whatever work I have according to the problem. Right? So what do I do for here is I make another array and I assign the main array, the mother array called days, and I give the index numbers exclusively for the elements that I want to be sliced. So here I have index 2, 3, 4, 5, and here so my arrays are going to be sliced from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday till Saturday because my index starts from 0. From any, and it's a classic 0 indexed array. So instead of this particular line, I can also use this, like this operator, this two dots operator uses numbers from the continuous sequence as we've seen before. Instead of just writing 2, 3, 4, 5, I can give 2.5, which will indicate the same thing as above. So when I'm trying to print this out, print weekdays, I'm going to get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as an output.
Right? Subhash, can you explain why you are getting this one? What will be the output for this one, this program? Subhash or Arnav?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. As she explained, we'll get the attribute corresponding to the particular index from 2, 3, 4, 5. Since
So
it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, so I think it's from Wednesday.
I think why I think?
No, it's from Wednesday.
Yes. Wednesday, then 3 is Thursday, 4 is
Yes,
Friday, 5 is
Saturday.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Pooja can continue.
Okay. So next we move on to reverse of an array. Like if we have an array and we want to print it in reverse, so what we do here is one thing I would like to mention here is that why reverse of an array? There's one problem that we can figure out. If someday we have to find out if we are given a DNA string and we have to find out the reverse complement of it. So first we need to reverse the array and then figure out the complement of it. So this particular function is going to help me figure out the reverse of the array or reverse of the DNA string that I'm given here. So here for the array, I'm using all ma'am's examples, and this is a very simple example that we've used over here. So this array holds numbers from 1 to 5, and if I print the numbers, it's going to be printed from 1 to printed as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when I'm using the function reverse on this array called nums, and when I print it, I'm assigning it here to a different array called reverse. And when I print this array reverse, my numbers are going to be printed in the reverse order, whatever was given before from the original array. So here I'm going to get 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is my output. Okay. Then moving on to splicing. Now, this was slicing, that is taking a chunk of an array, and this is splicing. What we do here is we can take a chunk and we can replace it with a different chunk. Okay, so if I have an array called nums and I assign the values 1 to 20 over here, and then I print the array called nums. I'm going to be the array is going to print numbers from 1 to 20. When I use the splice function over here, splice, it's the syntax is like this, like use the splice function. You need a parenthesis over here. You've got to remember this. And then we use the mother array, whichever array we want to be spliced. Then we use the index from where we want to be spliced. Then we use the next characters, the number of characters from that particular index that we have to move on to. And finally, we give the elements that are to be replaced with. So then, when we print the array, when we print the spliced array, it comes out like this. Like before, it was from 1 to 20, which had 5 to 10 in between. But after we splice it, from 5 and from the next 5 elements. So it's replaced from 21 to 25, and it's printed over here. And the syntax is like this: like splice, the name of the array, the offset, which is the index number, or which is not the index number actually. Like you've got to start right after that index. I was thinking that this output might be wrong, but this offset means if it's 5 given over here, you start from the next index of 5, from the next number right after 5, and then the length, like the number of characters you want to be spliced, and then you give the list, like 21 to 25 here, like whichever list you want to be inserted over here. You could have given we could give elements, we could give strings or characters instead of numbers too. That is not a problem. This is the syntax, the basic syntax given over here. Next, we're moving on to some other programs. Like if we want to, now you go on to sorting an array. Now Perl has this very peculiar way of sorting an array. There's alphabetical sorting and there's numerical sorting. In alphabetical sorting, we can set the function sort, and say we are defining an array called Perl, C, Python, Java, and then we print the output like Perl, C, Python, Java. And now I want to sort them in alphabetical order. So I use the sort function on my given array, and I assign it to an array. And then when I print the output, it is printed according to the alphabetical order, like C, Java, Perl, and Python. However, if we have a numerical array and we use the sort function, it is not going to give us the correct output. It is not going to print us the sorted array numerically, however we want it. So in that case, what do we have to do? Like we have this array defined over here with the given numbers that you can see. And if we print the array, this is the array. And if we use the normal function sort over here, it's not really sorted. You see, this is not really sorted. So what we have to do here is we have to figure out a way to sort it properly. So we like this line is not required, but we've used it for the sake of easing to understand, for the sake of understanding. So I use another array and I assign the numbers over here, and then we print the array out. So this is the array. It's the same array as before, but it's given a different name now. And now I want to sort it numerically, first in ascending order. So what I do is I take an array and I assign the function sort, and I declare how is it going to be sorted. This particular syntax tells us that it's going to be sorted in the ascending order. And then we give out the array name, on which the function sort is going to be applied. And after we do this, it's sorted in the alphabetical order. Similarly, if we want to sort it in descending order, we just reverse it's the same function, it's the same syntax, we just reverse it from $B to $A. Now there's something really interesting over here. That is, and I would like to call out Athar and Amit who helped us figure this out. Atharva had a really good doubt, like, what if we, this is a dollar, this is $A and $B, which are like scalars, typical scalars in Perl, right? So what if we have them mentioned somewhere in my code before? So is it going to affect my sorting function? The answer is no. Why? Because this particular, these curly braces, the second brackets, restrict the scope of these two scalars. These are not scalars anymore, but this becomes a whole new syntax which indicates that which is indicative of the ascending order in specific to the sort function. Similarly, when you reverse their places, when you switch their places, $B comes first and then $A comes. This is very specific to the sort function, which indicates the descending order sorting. And even if you have $A and $B declared in your function with any other values assigned to them in your code anywhere, it's not going to affect the sorting function over here because their scopes are restricted to this particular statement. I hope that's understood. And now if when we try sorting it in descending order, we have the output like this. It works just fine. Moving on to the third array, third slide. That's probably the second last one. So now, what if we want to merge two arrays? We can do this way. Like this is like a list inside a list. So we can do this. But this looks a bit complicated. But if we have a sublist of a list, then we can assign them to a single array altogether, and when we print them, it's going to be printed as if it was one array. Okay, so it's no problem. And then if you have three different arrays defined and declared separately, like we have here, like odd, even, and x. So and then we assign these three arrays separately in a typical array syntax to another array called numbers. It's going to give me the okay, wait, there's a problem over here.
There will be 1, 2,
yes.
Then 2, 4, 6, 7. That is maybe mistake.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let me just try it over here. Yes, I had tried it over here. Yeah, there's a question.
It did not come?
No, ma'am. There's a question in the classroom.
Okay.
Even is printed as Eve. Oh, thank you, Purvita. Thank you. Let me just check it over here. Yes, even is printed as Eve, which is why it did not come. It should come otherwise. Let us try.
Was not there.
Yeah, there's this typo, which is why there's this problem, I guess. Yes, ma'am. It is coming. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This particular line.
Okay.
Yeah. So it prints. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Even n was not there. No, that's the.
Yes, ma'am. Even n was not there. That was a typo. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Purvita, for pointing it out. So what we can see over here is that it's not going to print me in a sorted manner, but whichever manner you've presented the arrays, you've assigned the arrays to this main array, it's going to print me out that way. So the numbers are going to be 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, and 7, 8, 9 over here. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, and 7, 8, 9. So let's get back to the presentation mode. Okay. So this is about merging arrays. And then if you want to select an element or multiple elements from the array, what do we do about that? So what we do is we first take up a scalar, and then we assign a whole array to it. Okay, but that is not possible, we know. So what we do is we specify a particular index that we want to be assigned in the scalar. So now when we print the value of the scalar, it prints this arrays that particular index. So my index 3 is 0, 1, 2, 3. My index 3 is 2, the element 2 over here. So the value of var, or the scalar var, is 2 over here. And then if we want to print out multiple elements, if we want to select multiple elements, then we have to have an array where we assign the value. So here we assign the same array and we define the index over here. We could have given 1, 2. So this one is a lot easier, I suppose, if we have more numbers involved. So from first index to third index, like from second index to fourth index actually, but indices 1, 2, 3 are given. So this is going to print me the numbers 4, 3, and 2. So this is how we select elements from an array. This is the only time where you can assign a whole array to a variable, but only at one condition, where you have an index mentioned, and the variable is going to, the scalar is going to have the value of that particular index in that particular set of numbers that you've assigned. So, and then what if we have a string thing? So we want to split the array. We want to take out a specific element, or we have a string that we want to convert into an array. So here what we do is, since let's have a string defined here. So it's a string scalar defined here, raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens is a song. And we have another scalar with names defined over here. These are all strings over here. Now, what if we want to transform this above string into an array? What we do here is we take an array, we declare an array, and then we use this split function. And whatever demarker we want to use, we use it first, and then the variable, the scalar that we want to use. So, when I print this, it's going to be printed. Where is it?
So this is
this
is you are converting or transforming scalar to array. Okay. So split function you can apply only on scalar array. That you have to remember.
Yes, ma'am. But it is still this problem, these keywords don't work. These demarkers don't work. Even if I use comma or I use hyphen, it doesn't work. But only if I use nothing. If I give an empty quotation mark here, that is only when it works. Otherwise, it prints the same way. I don't know how to get rid of this problem. We had it in our previous classes where the problem we couldn't get rid of it.
Pooja, that empty string would be a space mark, right?
Yeah, that is there. But what if I want to use commas, or I want to use this? That we don't get. We never get it. So, if anyone of you can figure out a way, please let us know.
What is your question? Are you string? 3. This is one string. So it should take only the third element from the array. So third element from the array means third is 0, 1, 2, 3. So this should come only roses.
Yes, ma'am. These last two print statements are fine. I'm talking about the first two print statements where I'm printing the whole array called string and names. So
that will be as it is. No, this one will not be there. No, you are splitting. So you are using this one, okay, to make scalar to array, okay, and then each of this one will becoming one element. This is one element of the array. This is another second element. So actually this one is storing rain basically. So comma drops, then on, then next element is roses, then and then roses. That's why you get, when you are printing this one, you are giving the print option. So it will print the elements of the array, not this one. Is it clear?
Okay. So right, I get it now. So I'm so sorry, I had got the syntax wrong. So I guess what ma'am wishes to say over here is, since we have this variable string, like this string scalar, as the demarkers were hyphens over here. In split, in split, we are removing this.
Yes,
I
we
always
will
thought
to
that
separate from this one
right,
element one. This is
right,
actually
right.
even with the, see if you see second example. There is a comma. So even if
Yes,
you
yes,
write
yes,
this
yes, yes.
Larry, then one space David, then one space Roger,
Right.
then one space, then that time split. But this one you have to use that only the code, this double code means the, no space. I cannot type now. Split. So see, there is no comma between Larry and David and Roger. So your scalar is this one, Larry, then
Right.
space David, then space Roger, then this name, then this one, and then Tom. Okay. So then what
Yes, ma'am.
one you will use this one, not this comma, no, because
Got it,
Larry
ma'am. Got it.
this one actually one space. So just what is the symbol of this one space? What you to how you define? Just two dots. This
Space.
code.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
two
Nothing. Got
this
it.
that will indicate nothing.
Right. So this is the demarker, but this does not get added in the array, but this gets removed from the string scalar. This is what happens,
Because
right?
this
I
we
always
are
thought the
converting
reverse.
string to array, so that
Right.
this scalar will become, so each one will become
Array.
the elements of the array.
Got it. So, okay, so let me just revisit this place so that I can make this clear for everybody. It was very confusing for me. So we define this scalar this way, like raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, with not spaces but hyphens. And the second scalar with called names, like var names, with commas. So when we're converting these two scalars into their corresponding arrays, we have to get rid of these demarkers. So that we have to mention over here, not the ones that get added. We don't do that here. So these demarkers are these demarkers that have to be removed. They're not added. And then we have the string, we have the scalar name over here, and we have the scalar name over here, which prints us raindrops and roses and whiskers and kittens, Larry, David, Roger, Ken, Michael, and Tom on like in two different lines. And as each of these words are basically now elements of the corresponding arrays called string and names. So that is how it turns out to be. Now, if you want to print a single index or a single element from that array, just like we have learned, we define a scalar in front of the array name, and we give the index number that we want to get printed, and it prints us the corresponding index value or the element present in that index. So the dollars of 3 is going to print me roses, and $names of 4 is going to print us Michael. So that is how it works. I hope I did not confuse anybody. If you want, I can explain it.
I think they have class.
Yeah, I have a doubt.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Last slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after splitting, where this comma and where this hyphen will go?
These are to be removed. These don't exist anymore in your arrays.
So is it behaving? Is it behaving? No. Then we can use this split function to remove any special character, right?
Any demarker, yes. Even if you want to remove the space, you don't give here anything. That is simple. You use empty string, empty quotes. That is how you remove the space of the array as well.
But in some other programming language, like in Python, if you split, then your
Please don't. This is exactly where my problem began.
Yes.
Please don't. Yeah. Let's keep the two programming languages separate. Okay.
Okay.
Do not bring Python in Perl. Okay. This is very different. This is where you remove it, and in Python split you add it. We can't do it here.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
So that was my doubt.
Okay. Say we have one scalar. Okay. Say dollar scalar. Okay. Variable name is scalar. Equals then my name is Pooja. Okay, then space is there, my name is Pooja. Okay, so that is our string. Okay, means scalar variable. Okay, I want to convert that one or transform that scalar to array. Okay, so how we will do? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
No,
Wait,
no, I'm
I
asking
can.
that computational biology student.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you repeat one more time, ma'am?
We have one. Okay, so Pooja is writing. Okay.
Okay. No, people can relay. They can tell me how to convert. I'm just writing the code.
Okay. So there is one scalar. Okay. So scalar. The variable name is. See, able to see this one?
Can people see my screen? Wait, I'll zoom in.
Yes, I can see.
Okay. So this is one scalar. Okay. So scalar is that my name is Pooja. Okay. Now you want to convert or you want to transform this scalar to an array. Okay. So then what you have to do? So see here this is see what is the specific reciprocity of this tree. So it is considered as only one element. No. Scalar is a single unit of data. So
yes,
when you are converting scalar to array, okay, so each of this one, each word will become an element. My is one element, then the next element is name, then Pooja. Okay, so then how you split this one to make scalar to array? See this one what we have done. Bablu?
Ma'am, I am not getting you.
Okay. Pooja, did you understand?
Okay, so ma'am is asking, ma'am, can I explain your question?
Yes.
So if we have a, can you see the screen? Can you see my VS Code screen first of all?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. So if we have a scalar called string and it is my name is Pooja, this particular sentence or string is assigned to this particular scalar, then what would you do? How would you convert it to an array? That is what ma'am is asking. What is the syntax and how would you, what code would you type to convert it to an array?
So,
like, is this right or is there something else that we have to do? This is what ma'am is asking.
So we have to split on the basis of space, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is correct only.
Okay, so let us find the output. Right. So the only problem here is now
this one is coming this way.
Yes, ma'am, because I gave /n over here, right? So I guess which is why all the elements are separated.
So just remove it.
If I remove,
If
I remove /n over here, right? Sorry, \n. It's not even /n. Yeah, now it's coming correct. So this is the array that has been transformed. That is the transformed array.
Pooja, can you go in the that code now?
Code open. Yeah.
How can we add a multiple character like simultaneously space also comma and this underscore in a single line? Can we add it here?
As in, like, if I have like this, and this, I'm not very sure of it. I guess I don't think Perl allows us to do it that way.
Same type of this one will be there. If you use hyphen will be there.
So each and every time, ma'am, I just wanted to ask, each and every time we have to mention the split function, right? For every character, this is special character.
Yes. So in this case, what you can do over here is you can remove them one by one if they are not. You can remove first, choose to remove this, and then this, and then the space. But you can't do them all together in one sentence, I guess.
Just type here in a split in the second line a hyphen or comma only. Yeah.
Okay, comma. Okay.
Yeah. Run it.
See, the hyphen is printed, the space is printed, just the comma is there.
Yeah. Okay, and go ahead then.
Then if I copy this whole thing again...
No need to copy. I just wanted to check whether it will work or not. After comma, give the slash not slash. No.
Hyphen.
No, in 171 line 107. Remove this line.
Okay. Tell me.
A hyphen. Yeah.
Hyphen.
After comma.
Okay.
No, comma.
Oh, after comma hyphen.
Yeah, after
Comma and
hyphen.
Both together?
Yeah, both together.
This, I don't think this will work because this does not exist. Anything like this does not exist.
No.
Can you do one thing? Can you just create a new array after with new? After new, can you create an array, and in that one can you write hyphen, because
See, that is exactly what I was trying. So if I copied this line, and now my new holds this particular value, okay, with the hyphen and with this space. Now if I copy it to the next line, and if I choose to add hyphen over here, although I'm hypothesizing, so I guess the space will exist, but the hyphen would be removed along with the comma. So if I run the code,
No, you are doing that with the same string, na? For the second one.
Right. I got it.
Different name here, I think.
Yeah. So in that.
So generally, this is that why we use this one. What is the application of the split function? If you have a DNA sequence, okay, say ATGC, and between A and T, different nucleotides, you have a space. So how to remove? How to join?
Okay. Pooja, I have sent this one. Just
Actually, that doesn't work. Even if you do a single bar or double bar, it doesn't work. I tried it. And what Arnav tried to do is like first removing the comma and then removing the hyphen. Then we have to go by a different kind of loop. Like first remove the comma, then again create
another array.
No, from that new array, create a string. Okay, and then again use split. So that will be a very long route instead of.
See, always think that what is the application of split function? Okay, so if you take a like I give the example, no? If you take a DNA sequence, okay, so between every nucleotide there is a space, okay, so you want to remove the space, okay, so then see, we will never use, no, somewhere is comma, somewhere is space, we will never use, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get my point?
Yes, ma'am, we got it. I'm just trying out what Bablu gave us in the chat box, and Athar said it doesn't work that way. Yeah, it does not. So yeah, I guess so. What brings us to the solution that we always have to have some uniformity in the demarkers over here in order to use the split function.
If it is not there, you have to make new. Then after removing that say hyphen, okay. You can create another. It will already become in this array.
And it will be a tedious process. Athar explained it already. Like if I remove the comma, then again assign it to a string and then split it.
It's not useful actually.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So let's see if we have any slides left. Then we can brainstorm on this, and I'll try Stack Overflowing if this works.
So you have one say paragraph. You can try this one. Okay. So different.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any other slide?
Ma'am, there's one. This is the slide. Last slide left.
Join function. You explain join function, then you think of this.
Yes, ma'am. But do the MTech students not have a class? It's already 2:42.
Yes. Do you have class now? So, W?
Yes, ma'am. We are supposed to have Syed sir's class, but he hasn't sent the link yet.
Okay, then you complete.
So should I continue until then, until the link is sent?
Yeah, sure.
You can complete this one.
Okay. So finally, we are transforming this string into an array using, like, this is split, and then we'll learn a new function called join. Okay, so how does that happen? So we have an array. We use this var string, the previous one, this one var string we use, and we use the split function in order to figure out what this output that it gives. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even presenting it. Yeah. So this is what it gives us when we use this demarker and the split function on var string, and this is the outcome that comes. This is the outcome that comes when we use the demarker, comma, and var names and the split function. But what if we have to join it now? What if we have to join the elements of an array into a string? That is, like, we reverse the whole process that we learned so far. So we have to first declare a string, and then instead of split, we have to use the function join. And here we have to mention the demarker. So where we, like, with which we want to join these. If we use a comma here, raindrops and roses would be separated on the basis of commas. If we use space here, they would be separated on the basis of spaces. But since we're using a hyphen here, it's going to be separated on the basis of hyphens. So every element in this variable, in this array called string, is going to be separated with a hyphen, just like it was in the initial scalar called var string. This is where we reverse the whole process of converting the string into an array. And then if we use, we declare, yes ma'am?
Yes.
And then
you can continue. Okay. You can continue.
Okay. So if we have this, we have another array called names, where we had, John, David, Roger, Ken, Michael, and Tom being, separated by spaces. And then if we choose to join them using commas, we get the old string back, however they were defined. So this is what is split and join. You want to convert an array into a string with the help of a demarker, you can use the function join. If you want to convert a string into an array by removing a demarker, you can use split. Next, we take up scalar context and list context. So we have an array called basis, and we have A, C, G, and T assigned to it, and then we print basis. This is what the outcome comes out as. Now, if we define basis into this array basis into a scalar, it's going to print me the length of this particular array. Okay, it prints me the length of this particular array, which is 4. Now, if we use 4 different and then we give them to basis, like basis being assigned to 4 different scalars. So and then we print them each separately. We have the first element corresponding to scalar A, which is A. The second element, which is C, corresponding to scalar D. The third element, which is G, corresponding to scalar C. And the fourth element, which is T, corresponding to scalar D. Now, one thing that we should notice over here is that every time, like, no matter what function it is, the assignment goes from right to left. Like, if I want to assign the elements of basis to a set of scalars, I always have basis on my right and not on my left. It's always going to be on my RHS. So the elements over here, if I choose to see it this way, like $A, $B, $C, and $D equals A, C, G, and T. That is how we have to imagine it, and that is how it's going to be assigned over here. We can never have the reverse, like A, C, G, and T equals $A, $B, $C, $D. It's going to give us a syntax error, because you cannot assign a scalar to a constant, to a constant which is A, C, G, or T. This is what I've learned over the course of learning languages. Every time the assignment goes from right to left. So if we print scalar, here's a statement that ma'am helped us understand. If we print scalar, scalar, and we assign basis to it, it gives us the scalar, it gives us the length, of the basis. So it evaluates the size of the array. So here, whenever array is assigned to a scalar, it evaluates the size of the array. That is the number of elements present in the array. However, if we assign an array to a list of scalars, this is a list of scalars, this is not an array, it's a list of scalars, then we have each of the element being assigned to each of these scalars here. Each of the element of the array being assigned to each of these scalars over here. Now, what if we use different numbers of it? How many, if we have 4 elements over here, 4 scalars over here, and if we had 5 numbers, 5 elements over here, the last element wouldn't have been assigned. Only the 4 elements would have been assigned. If we only had 3 elements over here, and if we had 4 elements over here, it's the same thing. Sorry. If we had 3 elements over here and if we had 4 elements over here, the last scalar would have been empty. We wouldn't have printed anything because all the 3 elements of this particular array have been assigned each of these scalars. So this is this list of scalars evaluates each element and takes them, holds every element in each of these scalars that make the list. So this was it. Was this confusing? I can use better words to explain this. Hello.
Understood.
Hello. Okay. Anybody else? Any doubts, queries, suggestions? This is the last slide.
Also, thank you so much. It was a very good presentation.
Okay. You're welcome. It was nice presenting for you guys. Okay, so I'm exiting the presentation. I hope there are no doubts. I guess there are no doubts. In case you have, you can always reach out to me. After you reach out to ma'am, anybody, it's fun. It's fun solving doubts. So thank you so much. I'll get back to the meet and I'll stop sharing, I guess. And yeah, so we still have no doubts. Okay. So I guess that's it. Ma'am, are you there? Yes. So should I stop recording? Ma'am, could you please stop recording? You're recording. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now do you want to write the internal, not the computational biology studio?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I was about to speak to you on it. So, ma'am, can we write the internal on 8th of October? That is Friday.
8, no? 8.
Yes, ma'am.
6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is, I prepared the planner too. So it is there, up to 8 it is there?
Yes, ma'am, up to 8 it's there.
Okay, no problem. But I do not think so that computational biology students can write, and I should not conduct for them immediately, I think so, no? Holiday left actually, no? Holiday? No, it's there.
No, ma'am, they are there. Some of them are there.
Okay, you can write 8th October. Wednesday. No, sorry.
No, ma'am, Friday.
Friday I have class. So
yes, ma'am, Friday you have class.
My class.
Okay,
and tomorrow this MTech student cannot join. I will be taking class for them in practical class. Do you have 3 hour morning?
No, ma'am, it is fully packed.
Okay, Jim. Okay,
ma'am, actually, when do we have lab? According to timetable, it's on Friday, 9:30 to 11:30.
Are you free? That MSc students are not free, no? That way? Okay, I can take some classes for computational biology students. Okay, we'll see that one lab. Friday, first hour, no?
Yes, ma'am, first and second hour.
First and second hour. I think they are not free. Sneha, you are not free now. So this one I have to make some arrangement.
Yes, ma'am.
Whether we can do combined. Let's see. Okay, this week I will take separately. Then I'll discuss with HOD. What should we do?
Ma'am, actually, for many other papers also, only maybe 2-3 papers will be having according to this internal time slot that we have kept. Rest of it we have to go for sometime after the pujas, or like Mohan sir said that he'll be taking his papers in the month of November.
Okay.
So ma'am, 4 papers we are going for, 4 internals we are going to write. According to
tomorrow, I heard. Tomorrow, Murali is conducting tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. Only sir is conducting tomorrow.
So if you are writing, then other one is your other internal.
Other ma'am, systems biology we are writing, and this year paper we are writing, and the other is just a moment, ma'am. And the other is data mining.
Amuda's paper.
Yes, ma'am. So 4 papers.
Okay. But everyone completed first unit, no? Why don't you insist them that you want to write before puja? Okay, this is you cannot leave it. Okay, puja.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Tomorrow I will inform you when you will start the class.
Okay, ma'am.
I will message you either
Yes,
you or
ma'am.
puja. And today's attendance already I have 15 I think Caroline and Catherine are absent today, no? No, Caroline is there, Catherine is absent today. Okay, I already...
Ma'am, both of them are there.
Okay, both of them then are there, okay. And then...
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, you can leave.
Ma'am, no, ma'am. Actually, we wanted to know that the exam on October, is it for both MSc and MTech?
Is it possible for you to write? I don't think so. No,
no ma'am. We just started our classes.
Yes. No, not for you. MSc students.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Just one minute.
Achha. Puja, yes, and Puja Sumit both are there. Puja.
Yes, ma'am. Both are there.
Puja Rajchokri is there. Sorry. Puja Sunil and Puja is both are there. Okay. When I took their absent. Okay then. I already taken it. No need to send me. Okay then. Shall we do? Neha? You can. Thank you all.